Hi, and welcome back to another episode of The Mortgage Musketeer, where today we're going to be talking about credit repair and don't give up. Alright, I deal every week with quite a few clients who don't have sufficient credit to buy a home. It means that their credit score is right now below a 620, especially with the whole COVID situation. A 620 anyway is marginal, just so that you understand. And I'm going to give a little bit of tough love today. I really want to stop going, oh, Gucci, let's get you. I want you to understand where you're sitting, right? When you don't have good credit, there's a reason for it, all right? I honestly don't care what the reason is. And I don't mean that from an empathetic. I know life happens. What I mean is, when I get your credit, when I pull it, whatever life experience has already happened. It's already impacted. So kind of like a surgeon, I'm just dealing with the issue, okay? I want to know what is causing the bad credit and what can we do to fix it. And everybody's credit is unique. Some are medical collections, which are the easiest ones to take care of. Some are repossessions. Some are bankruptcies. There's that gambit. And here is a really good picture that kind of covers everything that I see. It's a really good video on everything that a loan officer might see in a credit report, all wrapped up in one. Okay, but it doesn't matter to me what happened, because I hear it all the time. Well, you see, what happened was I don't care in that instance. At that point, you're wasting valuable time. What you need to know, you could save a loan officer a lot of time going, yeah, I've got some jacked up credit. What can we do about it? That's it. It's not a matter of it's not that. Nah. Your credit's not where it needs to be. At which point, we need to do some credit repair. Now, how you go about credit repair, it doesn't matter. If you are the type of person who can research it and who can figure out how to do credit repair on your own, and there are some people out there with programs that can help with that to do it on your own, ton of YouTube videos. Look all around YouTube and find out how do you do your own credit repair, okay? You could do that if you have the time and are willing to put in the effort. Or you can pay a credit repair company. Now, I tend to refer people out to a credit repair company mainly because most people don't have the time nor the requisite skills to do their own credit repair. What you do does not matter to me, because when I pull your credit, understand that you don't qualify. Now, I want to put you on a path to get you qualified. What that path looks like is different for every individual. So you have to understand that, and more importantly, you need to own it. And you need to understand that it won't get better unless you do something about it. So either you repair it yourself or you get into credit repair. Now, if you get into credit repair, you're like, okay, I got to get out of this hole, I got to fix it. Because that's the only way out, or wait 7 years. That's the only way out. You only have two choices. You can do nothing about it and wait 7 years, or you can do some type of credit repair. One of the two, all right? Now, if you decide to do the credit repair, you have to understand that it took you a while to get in this hole. You are in fact in a hole. Your credit is in fact not where it needs to be. You probably have collections. You have late payments. You have done things in your past that has impacted your credit. And what drives me nuts is when people are like, well, I've been doing it for 2 months and I don't have any. Really? It can take at least 4 to 6 months to get some stuff cleared off. Some items will disappear like that in like a month. But if your credit is jacked up, if you've got collections on there, the first part of credit repair is disputing those items. And what do you think the collection agency is going to do? What is a collection agency? They are an entity, a business entity who has bought the debt from the original creditor and said, I am going to collect for this. And the original people, they've written it off. They've written out the books, taken it as a loss. And they've sold it and gotten pennies on the dollar or whatever it is. And now that collection company they hold your debt. And now they're trying to collect it from you. So if you dispute it, what do you think they're going to say? Oh, yeah, that's not yours. No. The first round, they're going to say, oh, yes, this is verified. That's what they're going to do. Each round is 30 days, 30 to 35 days, every round. So that first round, that first month, some stuff will drop off because some entities don't care to fight it, or if it had a zero balance, it could go away because it's not worth their time to research it. So if they don't respond, then it comes off the credit report. But most of the time, they have a team that's going to, because they deal with this all the time. So they got a team saying, yep, verified, yep, verified. Okay, the next round, prove it, right? And depending on what they have and what it is, they may come back and prove it, all right? Or they may come back and say, here's what we got. And then there's another round that can go out. That then, depending on what the scenario is, and that's where the credit repair people, that's when they start to kick in. That's when they actually have some expertise going in there, because they have different ways to attack this. And if that doesn't work, then there's another level, and on and on. So they're there to advise you if you have a good credit repair company, and they're not all the same. So I'm not saying that any credit repair company is just go for it. Be very careful who you choose, right? But the bottom line is, it takes time. It takes time, and you need to take that time frame and stick it into a year. And how long would it really take? Because what happens is most people find a home and they want to buy the home, and it's emotional, instead of thinking about the root cause, which is that they've got jacked up credit. So fix yourself and take the time to do it. And is it going to cost money? Yeah. You got yourself into a hole. It's going to cost you money to pay another entity to unscrew the things that happened. And I'm not being unempathetic. I'm trying to drive it home and give a little bit of tough love, saying if you're 2 to 3 months into credit repair and you're like, this is not working, you're wrong. Okay? You need to understand that it takes time to fix what's going on. On the other side, if you're like 8 months into this dang thing and hardly anything's coming off, you've got a bad credit repair company. And unfortunately, you either chose wrong or were steered wrong, okay? There are some things that may or may not come off unless you actually do a pay for deletion, or unless you set up a payment plan. And if that's the case, you got to do it. And what I hear all the time is people who are frustrated and saying, no, that shouldn't be on there, especially medical collections. I have insurance, I have this. I get it. But you are unfortunately at this point stuck. So you can either dispute them and work through the credit repair and make them go away, and that's definitely possible, or you can pay them for deletion on a medical collection. Other collections, back and forth. That credit repair company should be giving you advice. Can they go through it? If that company comes back and says, boom, here it is, it's your signature, it's your debt, I've got it, you probably don't have a lot of choices other than to set up some type of payment plan and get it off of there. Once it becomes a zero balance, then they have a better chance of getting rid of it. And the other thing that I see all the time, and it drives me insane, is people actually choose to do the right thing and get into credit repair, and while they're in credit repair and items are being removed, they're being deleted from their credit report, a new collection shows up. What the hell are you thinking? Why? It's like paddling out in the middle of an ocean in a boat and shooting a hole in the boat. Why? You're spending money to get yourself fixed, and then you don't pay your bills. I fail to comprehend that. So part of credit repair and your mindset needs to be, I need to get a hold of all of my finances. I need to understand where my money is, where my money is going, how my payments are happening, and ensure that I do it every single month. It's discipline. You need a paradigm shift in your thinking. If you are at a point where you know you need to be fixed and you have the intestinal fortitude to do that, congratulations, that's fantastic. But go the next step and don't ever get back in that hole. Make sure that you understand your debt and you pay it. Your minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, at least. Don't get lates, because it shoots everything that you're trying to do, right down the drain. So this is a little bit of hard, tough love, but you need to hear it. Okay? And for those of you who actually listen and do good credit repair, you can buy a home. I'm doing one right now where the couple were at like a 543, and now they're at a 677, and I think it took them like 4 or 5 months, and boom, now they're buying a house. Okay? It does work. Now, everybody's situation is different. Some are a lot harder to do than others. There's a lot more work, and that's just the way it is. But the bottom line is, don't give up. Don't give up. It can be fixed. And again, whether you're paying somebody or doing it yourself, don't give up. If it takes you a year, don't give up. Fix your credit. Hold on to that dream. Figure out what drives you. You want that home. You don't want to be paying rent. If that's what drives you, if you really want to own a home, focus on fixing your credit. Okay? You can do it. Everybody can do it. I see it all the time. But don't be the person who is a couple months in and goes, it's not worth it. If your credit repair company isn't doing what you need it to do, then you either have to switch credit repair companies, or you need to dig deep and do the research and fix it yourself. One of the two. You know, it doesn't matter from my perspective. It doesn't matter because you have credit. You can't buy a home. I'm trying to put you on a path to buy a home, and whether that's fixing it yourself or credit repair, it doesn't matter. But understand that you need to stay on course, and you will be able to buy a home. You will be able to buy a home. Don't give up. Stay positive. Stay focused. And if you need anything, drop a comment below, and I will help you out. All right. Until next time, it's all for one and one for all.